Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, June 25th. It is 6:22 right now. Market's in to open in about 8 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. Got a few things here to update. And we should be good to go. All right, looks good here. This link sent out to you guys here in the premium. Perfect. All right. And I hate when they do this. So Zoom just updated like their whole, sorry, let me figure out how to mute people. Um, Man, how do I do this? Oh, here we go. Thanks. All right, sorry guys. Zoom just updated like their entire platform and I don't know how to use any of it. So I'm trying to figure out how to use everything here. There you go. So I'll make sure I muted everybody. Yeah, they like completely revamped the entire thing. It's super annoying. I don't know if anybody's used Zoom recently, but they like completely, it's a brand new app and everything's kind of different. So, all right, guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, June 25th. It is 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. As you guys know, I'm going to be trading more speculative and basically just based off my analysis. There's no specific strategies I'll be using. I'll just be using all of my strategies and all of my confluences in conjunction with my entries here. So looking at current price, we don't really have much of a trend here, but the trend does look a bit bearish. So price does come back down. Target price point will probably be this level right here. Um, but I'm going to go mark up liquidity first so that we can identify, other places price may likely go. So I'm gonna go over here and mark liquidity. Just go right here. Going down to the 8-hour time frame. Going down to the 4-hour time frame. Down to the 2-hour time frame. Down to the 1 hour. Down to the 30-minute. Down to the 15. down to the 10. And it looks like we are good to go. All right. All right, so looking at current price right here, I've marked up liquidity. So closest level of liquidity was right there and it just got hit. So this was the first level of liquidity right here that just got hit. Um, I'll pretty much take that down in a few. Next level of liquidity is above over here at 39,808, 39,818, and the closest level below is at 39,757. So there's not really much of a bias or trend here right now. The ATR is currently at 9. I think the bias is still somewhat bearish. So if anything, if price decides to push down, um, a bit lower, then the price point is likely to be down here. So this is the target price point. If price comes down, it's probably gonna hit liquidity right here, and it's probably gonna hit liquidity down here. And if it drops down further from there, it's probably gonna push down to the level. So anything below that will probably be a little further down there. So I'll watch to see how these candles move. But for the most part, I'll probably be looking for a sell here. So if I get a swing up, swing back down, I'll probably be looking for that sell. Market's going to open up in about 40 seconds. So I'll be looking for price to kind of swing up and then swing back down for entry here. Not on this specific candle, but on the opening one. So, all right, let's see. We got market opening up shortly. Target price point is going to be this level down here. Price is currently bouncing off the sessions right there. See what happens here. All right, guys, market is now open. It's currently bouncing off the session, so I'm not really going to mess with it right now. I'm going to wait for it to kind of give us another opportunity. It did push down to that level like we anticipated. So I would have taken the sell here, but it was touching the session. So I'm going to hold off maybe on the next candle. Wait for it to here kind of stabilize a little bit. All right, so the next target price point is going to be this lower level down here. Be watching for a possible opportunity for a sell. Two levels of liquidity right here just got hit, this first one and the second one. Again, I'll be watching for this thing to drop down a little bit lower. So I'll look for it to swing up, swing back down. All right, so we got price coming back down right here. Not going to take this one yet. I needed to push up a bit more. So if it pushes back down from where it's currently at, like if it's up here and it comes back down, becomes red, I'm going to take this for a sell. I'm going to take that for a quick sell right there. So I'm watching it right here. It got stopped out real quick right there. The volatility is super high. Small little loss right there, a couple $100. And I'll be watching for it to come back down. So price is kind of spiking back and forth right here. I got in a little bit of a bad entry. I was trying to get in like right here, but I got in a little lower because it spiked down a little bit. I'll be waiting for it to come back down on this next one. So if it swings back down here, I'll come and take this for another sell. I keep getting a bad entry right here. Just trying to get in at this point. I'll watch it though. It's coming down right here. Get my full TP. I'm out. So I made back that small little loss earlier, guys. Took a small loss here. Made it right back right here. Yeah, I'm back at break even. So quick little move, but you guys can see what I'm doing right there. I'm trying to get in and out super quickly. but the volatility isn't really moving in one direction. It's kind of just spiking back and forth. So again, I still have a bearish bias here, so I'm still looking for this to come down a bit lower. I'm just hoping for some direction here. All right, so I'm going to wait a little bit for this to actually push out of this area. I'm back at break even for the day. Took one small loss here, took one full winner right there. But I'm still looking for some sells here. So I want it to drop below this level here and continue dropping. But you guys can see there's just no direction right now. All right, if it pushes up, that's fine. If it pushes down, that's fine too. Okay, if price pushes back up from here and it starts to shift to the upside, target price point is probably going to be this level, and then probably going to be this session or this liquidity right here. So I'll leave this down here, and it looks like we might be shifting to some possible buys up here. So target price point is probably going to be the liquidity up here. So I'm going to watch for it. If it doesn't push up here, then we'll continue to wait for it to push down here. But you guys can see there's no direction here. Eventually, there'll probably be some direction, but right now, not at this specific time. We got medium to high impact news over here at 7 o'clock. So 7:30, we got news. Just to be aware. All right, still no direction here. So if price drops down lower, again, target price point is going to be down here at the level over here, the 700 mark. If price pushes up higher, target price point is going to be the liquidity up here, all the way up to the 850 mark. But there's just not much direction here. So I'm just waiting for the volatility here to pick up. Eventually, it's going to break out. So just be prepared for the breakout or the direction of the breakout, and be ready to take entries in that direction. Right now, we don't really have much of a direction. It's looking more bullish right now, but again, this can easily just swing right back down. So let's see if it pushes up higher. It is pushing up higher here, so we might be bullish. You're looking for some possible buys here. All right, so if it swings down and comes back up on this next candle, I'll be looking to take it for a buy. So let it swing down a little bit, and I'll take the buy right there. So I'm in right here for the buy, watching as it climbs up higher. Hitting that target right there, pushing up higher, full TP mount. All right, so I'm one up for the day, currently one net win. As you guys can see, it's pushing to my target up here. First target was a level right here at the 800 mark. Now it's pushing up to the liquidity. It's probably gonna push up even higher. So I'll keep looking for that next opportunity there. And there we go, full TP even further. Target price point hit. Next target's gonna be up here. So I'm looking for the next opportunity to get in for this next push up here. Possibly on the next candle. So first target right here already hit. Watching this here, if it pushes back up from where it's currently at. It's trading based off the price action. Confluence leaders over here are indicating a buy. So I'm watching for this here. I missed my entry. My entry should have been right there, but it's okay. It happened too quickly. I'll look for the next opportunity here. Yeah, it's too late. Not going to enter this here, guys. Entry happened right here. This price pulled back and it shot back up. Look for this next candle here. If there's another opportunity, you got to be watching it. Like I missed it by 1 second. It literally came down for a second, came right back up. It would have been another full TP right there. All right, so we got 20 seconds left on this candle. If it sits around this area down here, that's fine. I'll let it pull back a little bit, shoot back up, and then the next target's going to be the liquidity up here, all the way up to the next level. So that first level liquidity right there just got hit. I'll be watching for the same pattern over here for price action. I'll pull back a little bit, a little more. Yeah, I'm gonna let this pull back a little bit. If it swings back up, I'll be looking to take it right here. It pushes up to the next level. All right, I'm in it right there. I got in super late, so I'm probably have to pull this as it pushes up higher. I got in that horrible entry right there, guys.
Order submitted.
So I'm gonna let it push up a little bit. Watch as it goes higher. All right, I'm closing up for partial right there. Got out for a small little profit, guys. It just wasn't a good entry for me. I was supposed to enter like down here. I ended up getting in like way up here. So I pulled out for a partial right there.
Order filled.
So I'm up currently 1 win and a partial. This one I got out because I didn't like the price action. You can see how it's rejecting off the liquidity right there. And it's coming back down. So I'm gonna take these levels of liquidity off so we can clean up the chart. Again, target price point is still up here. Price has not reached the level yet. So I'll look for another opportunity to hop back in. But like I said earlier, my entry was supposed to be down here. I ended up pulling out for right here because my entry was actually way up here. So watching for the next opportunity here. So we got this big spike down. It's perfectly fine. Again, this is what might happen. We might get a rejection off the level here or off the pivots, and then it might climb all the way back up to the level right there. So I didn't get my price action right here. Again, I'm going to be looking for this to come down, maybe possibly red, reject off this for a wick, and then come right back up. So looking at this right here, I need this to come down further. It needs to come down and bounce off this. If it swings right back up, I'll be hopping right back in for a buy. Okay, so this is a nice little retracement right here. If this swings back up, if this candle turns green, I'll be looking to hop in for a quick little correction to the upside. Candle has 20 seconds left on it, so it's got a lot of time for it to swing back up if it wants to. If it doesn't, it's fine. We might be shifting to a possible sell at this point. All right, we have 5 seconds left on this candle. It does not look like it's going to come back up, so that's fine. We're now looking for some possible sells. So if price swings back below this point, I'll be looking for the same thing down here. Back down to the bottom. If it doesn't swing down, that's fine. We'll continue looking for some buys here. This is actually the pattern that I was looking for, but it happened super far down below. The entry would happen right here, and it would have been a full TP. So you guys see how this is pushing back up. This is what I was trying to look for on this candle, but it never did that. It came back down to the sessions right here, which were the next target. And we'll see if it decides to climb back up. So if it climbs back up, we'll just look for that continuation because the target price point is up here, still hasn't gone hit yet. Got close to it, but not quite. And we'll go from there. So we're still looking for buys here, guys. The trend is bullish. So you can see prices above the pivots. Pivots are angling up. Trend meter is green. The divergence here is bearish though. So we'll see if the divergence here swings back up. This is going to be a slower confirmation. So you can see how it's bearish right here. Since it's bearish, price might continue to drop lower. If not, you'll start to see this swinging back up. And then when it swings back up, we'll probably be able to catch some entries around this area up here. But the divergence and the confluences are all kind of pointing towards the upside right now. Well, not the divergence. Everything but the divergence is pointing towards the upside. We got the pivots, we got the trend, we got pending momentum. There's no V1 variation patterns down here. I'm going to be looking for that too. So if you look at the candles to see if there's any variation patterns, that could be the possible hint that the reversal to the upside for continuation is coming. Hasn't happened yet. But again, make sure to use all of the confluences and all of the confirmations and all of the tools here to help you look for opportunity. So you can see how price is dropping down lower. It's following the divergence down here. So the divergence was already bearish. And it looks like price is attempting to shift back down below. So if price pushes lower, target price point is going to be the level right here. I'm not really looking to take any entries here yet. I will be looking for a fuller confirmation. Now the trend meter is turning red, so we are starting to shift into a bearish trend. And you guys can see it's now shifting to the downside. So if that's the case, completely fine. I'll be looking for price to come down lower anyways. All right, so target price points right here. Zoom in a little bit. All right, so price hit that first target. The next target is going to be down here. So I'll continue watching for opportunities here for entry. Again, this is going to be the target. So I'm going to look for price to maybe swing up and then come back down like it did earlier. If it doesn't break and close below this level, this is still going to be the target level until price actually breaks below it, right? So this would have been a possible opportunity for entry, but I didn't like the way that price action was looking right now because it's having trouble getting past this level. You can see over here, price has attempted to get past this level before here on open, but it failed to do so. You can see all the big wicks right here, bounces directly off it. So I need it to actually close below here, and then I'll look for the continuation lower. But it hasn't closed below that yet, so I'm not ready to take that risk. We're just in a big range right here right now. So looking at this here, it looks like price is pretty much just ranging. So it looks like the fake outs happen above here, and price is really just ranging between these two levels right here, between the 800 mark and the 750. So it's just ranging and consolidating within this middle area right here. I mean, if price corrects back up, that's fine. We'll look for price to push up to this next level. Still hasn't touched that level yet. But yeah, it looks like it's kind of trapped right here. It just keeps falling in between the sessions right here. Let me mark up opening price because I forgot to mark that up. It's right next to the session, so it's not really, it wouldn't matter because we're not taking any trades around this middle area anyways. I think there was some news this morning too. So there was news at 6 o'clock. 5:30 and 6 o'clock was like the decently impact news. I mean, it wouldn't matter because again, it's like right here in the middle, or we wouldn't take trades anyways. All right, so we got price now finally dropping below. Again, it's having trouble getting past this level right here, the 750. Continue watching for it, but yeah, it's still having trouble. So it's coming down slightly. It's testing it again right here, the 750. It's waiting for it to break below. All right, again, no break below. So we're just gonna keep following it here. Don't get lazy, guys. I know the market doesn't look like it's doing much, but in the next second, it can just come right back down. So just pay attention. Have your coffee if you're falling asleep. There we go. Prices drop below it. Now I'm gonna look for the continuation lower. I need it to close below it though. All right, so I want this to pick up a little bit. If it comes back down and turns red, I'm going to take this for entry. Or I'm in. Man, the entry sucked again. Right there. I'm going to have to watch it. You guys can see my line right here. It's because I'm entering market, so I get hit with some slippage a little bit there. Watching right here. If I got to pull early, I'll let you guys know. I might pull early because the price action here is kind of slow. It's not pushing down as fast as I would have liked it to. So I'm watching it right here as it comes down. It's coming down. I'm gonna pull early. I don't like the price action here, guys. It's too slow. All right, so if you guys want to hold on to it, feel free. I already pulled out, like I said. I said I didn't like the price action here. If it picked up and it spiked down, great, but it kind of slowed down a little bit. So I don't want to risk holding on to it for too long. So I just got a little partial there again, a couple $100. Currently up one full win and two partials. So my total profit right now is currently it's about 600 per account. So I'm about 600 per account right here. I'll look for another opportunity to get in. So this right here, if this swings back down and it turns red, I'll take this for another sell.
Order filled.
Look, I got it. It should be entry again. All right, I'm gonna watch it again right here, guys. The entry, yeah, my entry prices just kind of stuck a little bit where I'm at. So I'm watching it right here as it comes back down. I got some slippage across my accounts. So just watching it right here. Yeah, the volatility is like really low right now. So I'm gonna watch it and I'll probably just pull a little early. I gotta flatten all mine. All right, so I took a loss on that one, or I took a small loss on that one.
Order filled.
There is some slippage across my accounts. I had to flatten it all in my copier. So I got out right here for partial loss because my main account got me out at a different price point. So my main Ninja account got me at like worse entry, but from other accounts I got a partial there. So basically I'm still up for one win right now. One win, I basically lost two of my partials from earlier. And I'm currently at one net win right now. Price is coming back down. Again, I don't like the volatility right now or the market structure. It's kind of just going sideways. But we have man, this is gonna be a little tough for me to I gotta keep track of this. One second, guys. I gotta keep track of all my trades. So I have +1, plus partial, plus partial, -1. Okay. I'm gonna try to keep track of my profits for the day because it's a little too fast paced. I got so many entries here that came up. So currently right now, I'm currently up one full win. I had two partials earlier that were wins and then one partial loss here. And I'll be looking for another opportunity here. Again, target price point is going to be this lower level right here. I'm not in any positions right now. But the target price point to reach is going to be down here. So I'm trying to get into something here, but the volatility is just not there. It keeps going back and forth. Looking for another opportunity here to get back in. So I'm gonna wait for the next candle. Unless this swings back down. If it swings back down, I'll be looking to hop in for a quick push down lower. But again, the volatility here is just really low. Yeah, the volatility here is just not good. It's not moving directional enough for us to get in and out of these positions very quickly. So I'm trying to reach this lower point, but I'm looking for some price action here to catch the move because the move is going to happen here where this comes down kind of hard to hit this level down here. but it's not really moving. It's kind of just going sideways right now. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on this right now. We got news coming up at 7. Volatility's a little flat. All right, I think at this point, probably just gonna sit out for a little bit, wait for the market here to kind of do something. And we sure there's a way to make the chart bigger, but I don't have to like scroll around here. All right, so price swings back up right here. It looks like we might be swinging back up for bullish push. Again, target price point right here never got hit. Same with this one up here. Target price point up here never got hit, and target price point down here never got hit. So at this very moment, there's still targets to be hit. Like this lower target still should be getting hit at some point. Again, price is coming back down right here. So fake out right there and it pulled back into the range. The range is actually down here right now. So I'll see if there's another opportunity here for me to get in. I mean, price might push down as it gets closer to this point here. Let me check the calendar and news. So we have CB consumer confidence at 7 o'clock. And price is attempting to push down to the target down here. So I'll be looking for this next candle here to provide some opportunity for entry. As of now, we just don't have anything here just yet. Not going to chase this one. Wait for the next candle to confirm it. Again, if price swings up, comes back down, I'll be looking for that opportunity there. All right, I'm gonna let it retrace up. Get down a little bit right here for the sell. And the entry here sucks. Okay, I'm letting it push down a little bit from where it's currently at. Watch it here. It continues to fall lower. Target price point is, again, this lower point here. But I'll be watching it here if it ends up pulling up or pulling down. I need to pull out early because the volatility here just kind of dies down a little bit. I didn't get in where I wanted, so I wanted to get in up here. So price is dropping right here a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Ah, fuck. I don't know if I got in that good. Ah, stupid. So I was supposed to, this thing over here shot down and I try to close out down here, but I keep getting hit with slippage. So I ended up getting closed out at break even. The reason why I pulled out early right here, guys, and it's probably gonna hit TP. If you guys want to pull out for profit now, you guys can, but we have news coming up right here at 7 o'clock. So that's why I kind of pulled out right there because I thought I was gonna spike to the TP and then I was gonna get out, but unfortunately I got out at break even. So the volatility is not as smooth as it was yesterday. It's super choppy today. There you go, full TP right there. If you guys got the full TP, great. If you guys didn't, again, it's fine. I'm still at like basically +1 win today. So I have 1 win today. The rest of my stuff is kind of a bunch of partials. So if you guys took that, hit the target that I was mentioning, but I keep getting in at bad entry, which sucks. But it's all good. All right, so I'll continue looking for any opportunities here for the next. Price is dropping lower. So price is dropping lower right here. The next target price point, if it does break below here, is going to be down here. But we do have news at 7 o'clock, so I'm gonna wait for the news to happen. I'm hoping the news pushes price a little bit, so we have some like smoother volatility. But you guys can see the volatility here is it's not so good. It's choppy. So we're having like a lot of blocky movements. Price just keeps going choppy back and forth. So we do have the lower price point here. If price decides to continue dropping from where it is, I'm going to add this to my list too. We'll just add that as a +1. Since it had dropped down below. I should have just held on to it, but I was getting too worried because we were getting closer and closer to news price. As we get closer and closer to news price, probably want to hold off on some entries here, guys, because you might get trapped in a position. So again, there's another opportunity here, but I'm gonna hold off on it because the news is right here at 7 o'clock. The last thing you want to do is get into a position and then it does the complete opposite as soon as news hits. But again, if price drops down lower, target price point is going to be this lower level right here, the 650. So if you see price action, you see opportunities for entry, you see a momentum pullback scalp. Things that you can look for here are MPS and level entries, right? Those are the two entries that you guys can look for possible entry. Because if you have something like that, that will give you the opportunity to kind of just get in and out very quickly, and then use a strategy to have your confluence for the direction. Because right here, we do have a bearish direction. We just don't really have much opportunity for entry. The only two things I can think of would be like MPS entries, maybe some V1s. The V1's probably not going to happen because we're flowing with the market right now. So we're probably not going to have any retracement and continuation down unless it retraces up super hard. And I think this one over here was also a triple confluence or close to it. Not quite, but it was right there at it. This would just be a high-low scalp off this one. So there's a lot of confluences here, guys. It just depends on what you're looking for. So like, depending on how many strategies you guys know and understand, you guys can use so many different confluences to identify opportunities for entry. Again, right here, I was looking for price to come down to this level, but we have news right here at 7 o'clock. It's medium impact, CD consumer confidence. So I'm just going to sit tight and wait for now. Man, my profits are getting like eaten up by the fees and my commissions right now. It's all good. It's kind of annoying, but it's all good. I just need to get another win here to balance that out. All right, so we got news right here. I'm gonna take this off, see how price reacts to it. News here was positive. Okay. Which is fine. So news is positive right there. I'm gonna look for it to correct back down. So I'm looking for it to come up, maybe bounce off the pivot and then come back down. This move is not done yet. Right. The move is not finished yet. So I want it to push up so that we have that reaction to the news. And then once it pushes up, I'm gonna look for some sort of rejection off like maybe the pivot or the level right here. Right, so I want it to climb up a little bit, maybe climb up even higher, bounce off the pivot, and then come back down hard to retest the level down here. So I'm not ready to enter it here yet. I think this here is not enough movement or a reaction to news for me to want to enter a sell yet. I want this to push up a bit higher. So again, I want it to push up, bounce off the pivot, come back down, go even further, next pivot, come back down. Just looking for some opportunity here. All right. Man, my Ninja trader looks crazy right now because I took so many entries. Like because it shows every entry that I took. I mean, you can kind of see it right here on trading view. Like all these things right here are entries and exits. So my Ninja trader looks kind of crazy right now. All right, so damn, I just missed it. This was the rejection I was looking for. I mean, it's okay. I don't think it retraced far enough for me to want to take it anyways, but this was a retracement I was looking for. So if you guys remembered right now, I just said I was looking for price to push up, bounce off the pivot, and then come back down. That's exactly what happened right here. Price came up and then it bounced off and it came back down. Would have hit its full TP, but I mean, it's all good. I was hoping to push up further. So I was looking for it to push up to here, maybe at least the level and then come back down. But you guys can see the same pattern I was looking for just happened quicker right here. So it's all good. I mean, it's exactly what I was looking for, but not quite. So I'm going to look for another opportunity here because I think price still has to come down and retest, or not retest, but actually test the level down here. I didn't get the price action move here yet. So again, I'm looking for the same thing. I'm just looking for the same push up and then come back down. Hasn't really happened yet. Price is just consolidating sideways right here. So, I mean, either way, it's not the best place to look for opportunity or entry. Plus the volatility is super low. And again, it's right here at news price. So yeah, there's a possible MPS right here. So price came down, retraced up, filled right there, came back down. Again, target price point is going to be the 650 level right here. It's probably going to hit, or is it? The next target price point is going to be the sessions right here. So if price drops even lower, that's fine because the price can continue dropping to the session. There's a liquidity and there's a sessions right there. See the green line? So I'll be looking to maybe get in right here. If this drops back to red, I'll probably take this right here because it's probably going to drop down to the next level. No, never mind. I take that back. It's just bouncing off the sessions right here. I mean, not the sessions, the news price. So the first target price point is going to be this, but I think the farther price point is going to be down here. Price has not came down to the sessions yet or this liquidity. So I think price is going to try to test this liquidity down here. First target is going to be this right here, obviously the 650 level. And then if price drops down lower, this is where it really wants to go, to the liquidity. You can see it's lined up with the sessions. So that's where the New York low is from yesterday. Yeah, price might push up right here. So I'm looking again for a strong rejection, right? So I'm looking for price to push up and then give me a strong rejection back down. If I get that, I'm going to look to take something over here for a sell, of course, because I'm going to be expecting it to correct, or not correct, but continue back down lower. Right now, price looks like it's in consolidation right down this middle level. So it's not really the best area to be looking for trades. But I mean, you could probably trade within this area here. Let's see, I'm gonna get in right here. Let's see if it comes back down. So my entry was supposed to happen like up here, but I ended up getting in like right here because obviously slippage, which has been freaking eating my count past couple entries. So I'm watching right here as it comes down lower. And the volatility is just really low. I'm probably gonna pull out early, guys, as it comes down to like this point right here. So I'm gonna watch it. It's just the volatility is so low. Price is just consolidating sideways right here. It's not looking super great. I just don't want to hold on to it for longer than I need to. Let's see. I'm gonna close out early. So I close out at like 15 right there. I'm currently at break even now for the day, which sucks, but it is what it is. I'm back at break even for the day. I had one win earlier, a couple partials. Let me add that to here. I mean, price is probably going to come back down. I got in at shitty entry again. So I said earlier, I was trying to get in right here, but I ended up getting in like way down here. So you can see how it kind of just tripped the stop loss and then it ended up coming back down. I mean, it's all good. It's not a good area to trade in right here because there's no volatility and there's no direction. But yeah, I mean, that's just part of this is why I try to get the entries in before 7 o'clock, because now that it's at 7 o'clock, we're not really having much volatility. It's just going back and forth right here. But yeah, again, guys, I'm back at break even for the day. Net break even. It's just not a good area. You guys can see here where price is stuck. This is why we just keep getting trapped in the back and forth right here. We had some pretty good trades here on open though. So like on open here, we took the first win, first big win right here, the full win. Took a couple partials over here. I probably could have held it for the full win. But so one win here, two partials, one partial loss, one full win down here that I pulled out at break even, and one full loss right here, of course. So, but this area right here is just not a good area. I was trying to catch it as it came back down because price is ranging between this right here. So I was trying to catch it as it came back down, but because of the low volatility, we're just getting trapped in this back and forth movement right here. So not really much to work with. I was hoping for this to happen, for price to push up, hit this pivot, and then come down super hard. The only thing here is that I got in a little too early. So I got in on this red candle right here. And I probably should have got in right here on this one or on this one right here. But the volatility is just too low right now. So I have one more opportunity to probably hop into one more trade here. And then so one more opportunity, and then after that, I'll be at like either net one or I'll be at net one positive or net one negative. So I think at that point, I'm probably just going to wrap it up. Right now, I'm at break even, so I'm not really stressing too much about this. I'm just getting eaten up by the fees. That's a problem because I'm taking so many entries here that I'm getting eaten up by the commissions and fees. So even though I'm at break even, I'm racking up all these commissions right now. So it's putting me slightly in the red. Yeah, right now I'm in the red about 149 bucks. Not a lot, but something. It adds up. But overall for the week, I'm still up. All right, so let's continue to, all right, so we're starting to get some direction here. Okay, so if this comes back down and turns red, I'm going to be entering this for a sell. So we finally broke out of the range right here, but price is just faking out. And it's just pulling back into the range. So if price pulls back down to this lower point here, I'll be looking for the entry. Man, that would have been a perfect entry right there. So you guys can see the nice wick off the pivot. So this would have came up, could have entered like right there. It's all good. It's because I try to catch the top. So I try to catch the top right here. I got in too early. But if we caught it down the middle right here, it would have went down further. So again, price is just ranging. It faked out below the range right here. Pulled back up into it. And I'll look for the next continuation back down further for the retest. Okay. So if this here swings back to red, I'll be entering this here for a sell. I'm just hoping I'll get caught in the stupid slippage again. Or not slippage, but yeah, I guess slippage. Never mind, guys, I take that back. Volatility is too low right now. I think it's just going to sit around this middle area. There's not enough volatility here because what I'm looking for is I'm looking for price to come up very quickly and then come down very quickly. But you can see that the volatility here is just way too low. It's in the middle of the range right here. So personally, I would like it to come down here, maybe bounce off the level, and then continue down from here. Yeah, I just don't like this area right here. But again, target price point, if it does drop down lower, the target price point is going to be the liquidity and the sessions down here. You guys can see there's a lot of sessions down here, right? There's the New York low and there's the London low. So there's two levels here that price wants to probably come down and touch the liquidity. Once it hits the liquidity, it's probably going to spike off these sessions here and then come right back up. If we swing to a bullish trend, then that's completely fine. I'll start looking for some buys. So if price does climb back up, which could be the possible case here, it'll probably push back up to opening price. So this will be target price point if it ends up pushing back up higher. So, I mean, it doesn't matter where price goes. I could trade in either direction. There is a high level momentum scalp right here, lower low, buy signal, push the upside. This could be the, the start of the bullish push here. Right now, the bias is still bearish, guys. So just keep that in mind. The trend here is still bearish. Trend here is bearish. The divergence here is shifting up. So this could be a sign that price is going to continue climbing from where it's currently at right now. Again, if price pushes up higher, the target price point is going to be the opening price up there. So I'm actually more inclined to take this for a buy now. I think I'm okay with the sells for now. I'm going to be looking for some possible buys. Look for the correction back to open. The only problem here is that the volatility is extremely low. So price is still technically within the range. The thing that you want to be careful for is possible fake out back into the range, right? Because the fake out happened down here. The fake out could possibly happen again up here and probably pull right back into the range. I don't know if price is ready to switch just yet. But the divergence down here is kind of hinting that, that it's ready to push up. We'll see if the divergence holds strong. If it doesn't, then probably not. The divergence here is turning back down. So this could have been a possible opportunity for a sell if you were to catch it back to the downside, but I'm going to hold off on this. I'm going to wait for price to maybe push up here. If it pushes up to this higher level right here, then I'll be more inclined to take the buys. And then if I take that buy right there, I'll probably just let it climb up. So I'd let it climb up from there and then provide some opportunity here for continuation. And the volatility sucks, guys. This is why it's key to get the entries in like right before 7 o'clock. Because the volatility here is now just flat. It's kind of like what's been happening for the past couple weeks now. All right, so price is climbing back up right here. You guys can see all the volatility happen here between 6:30 and 7. That's why we try to get those entries around those times. Price is now breaking past the level here. It hasn't closed past it yet, but if this is the case and price climbs up higher, we might get a shift in trend and bias, and this thing might push up to the opening price and sessions right there. So I'll continue to watch it here. This candle has 30 seconds left on it. I'm waiting for it to break and close above it. Once it closes above it, again, I'm going to look for price to maybe push up a little bit higher. I'm probably not going to take it until it gets past the midpoint right here, past 7:30 or 7:25 actually. So I'm kind of wanting to get past this level right here, the 7:25, because if it doesn't, it's probably going to fake out and pull back into the range. And that's what I don't want to get caught in. See it right there, the fake out. So this is kind of what I'm waiting for, looking for it to maybe get to this level right here. Because if not, I'm probably going to anticipate this to fake out. Okay, what I'm going to look for here actually is if this swings back green, I will probably take this for a buy, because now that I'm watching here, the price action, it looks like it's ready to climb up. So if this swings up, then I'll climb this up a little higher to the next level. There you go. So I'm watching it right there as it climbs up higher. It's pushing up to that 25 mark. If the volatility stays low, I'm probably going to close out early.
Submitted.
Let's see here. And this volatility is too low. If we had enough volatility, it would just push up and just shoot right through. But because the volatility is so low, it just gets pulled back. So I'm watching it right here as it pushes up further. Again, I'll be looking to possibly pull out early if the volatility doesn't pick up. I'm looking for this to just shoot right through. If it doesn't shoot right through, I'll probably just close out for a partial profit. Let it push up right there. Then climb up a little higher. I'm gonna close out, guys. I closed out for partial right there because the volatility just isn't there. I was looking and then fucking there it happened. Shit. Whatever. It's all good. Super annoying. Uh,
Order filled.
like as soon as I pulled out, it was shot right up to TP. Fucking bitch. It's okay. It is what it is. I knew something like that was gonna happen where the volatility is just, but this is a pattern I was looking for. So it did exactly what I was mentioning to you guys. I was looking for it to push down, push up, and then it ended up spiking right through it, like literally as soon as I hit close. So I got out for like maybe about like whatever this is right here, 10 points. Yeah, I got out for about 10 points, but there goes another +1. So for the day overall today is actually really good. So I'm looking at all the entries that we've taken for the day. We've had one win, two partials, a half partial loss, one another win, one full loss, and then one win. So we've had a bunch of I mean, we've actually had a pretty good day. The only problem here is that I keep getting caught like with these partials and it's messing with my commissions because I'm paying X amount of money in commissions per trade. And and yeah, I just the commissions are eating into my profits. Technically, I'm in profit overall, but the commissions are what's kind of screwing me right now. Uh, which you can't really get around. The commissions are commissions, so you can't really get around that. Damn, this could have been another entry right here. It's okay. I'm gonna wait for the next one. I saw the rejection off the pivot right here. I was waiting for it to pull down a little further and then push back up. Again, the volatility here is a little felt. It's flat. It's slow and it's flat right now. So I think I'm gonna hold off for a little bit. 719 right now. We'll see if the market picks up a little bit closer to like 8 o'clock. I'll hang out for a little bit. And then we'll see where this ends up going. So I'm looking at the total wins and losses for the day. Let me just add it up real quick. So let's see. One, two, sorry, 2 wins. So we're currently up 1.5 wins for the day so far. Because we had, and I'll put them on the screen later. But okay, so the target price point again, like I said, is going to be higher up to this point. I don't know what's up with my mouse either. You guys can see my mouse is super laggy. Um, I thought my mouse was dead, but I'm charging it right now. It's just a bunch of shit going on right now. My mouse sucks. I'm getting hit with slippage. My Ninja Trader is like connecting and disconnecting. Um, Volatility's low. It's all good though. We're gonna make it work. So we still have about like 40 minutes till 8, guys. We got a lot of time here. I'm not really rushing anything, but again, I'm gonna try to look for another opportunity because the target price point for this here is gonna be up to the opening price. The only problem is that there's no volatility here. It's climbing up, but it's not really pushing up how we would like it to. Right. So this could have been another opportunity for entry. But again, I don't like this slow volatility. I like it where it kind of pulls down and then it shoots up and it goes straight to TP, where you're holding on to it for like a minute or less. The volatility here is just not the type of volatility that I personally like very much, but the divergence is bullish. So I'm expecting it to, sorry guys, caught that sneeze there. All right, so I'm looking for it to continue up higher. So if you look at the divergence down here, it's swinging bullish. And the divergence is usually going to tell you the direction of price. So if the divergence here shifts up, this is going to signal that momentum is going to continue climbing up. We have a buy signal right here. The trend is shifting up. The only problem here is that the volatility is so low. So I do think price will push up. I think it's going to be a slow climb, but it's not going to be enough for me to want to hop in because the last thing I want to do is get caught in a fake out or a sideways move. Sideways move is basically the last thing that I want to be stuck in. And I didn't realize the fees were so much because I took so many trades today. How many trades did I take today? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Fuck, I took 7 trades. That's a lot of trades. I took 7 trades today, so that's why my commissions are like they're just eating up because every time I take a trade, I have to pay like 100, $200 in commission, and then I'm making like 200, $400 on these partial moves. I'm like basically getting in at break even, and the profit's just not adding up. So I'm hoping the volatility here picks up a little bit. I might have to limit my trades moving forward, guys, because it's becoming a realization that I'm paying so much in fees right now. Like looking at my fees so far, I paid almost 600 in fees. Fuck, I paid 773. That's the highest account with fees right now. That's just fees from commissions, not even from profit. So I paid almost 700 in commissions on just one account. Some of the accounts have lesser fees because I made more profit on them, but this one account over here just kept eating up the fees. So that account is currently, yeah, it's not looking so hot today. Actually, 550. Okay, I paid 550. 550 plus break evens. So that's crazy. I basically gave away like a full win because of fees. Because each account I'm trying to lock in like, 400, $500 per trade. All right. So I just need to keep that in mind moving forward. See, that was the thing with FTMO. That's why I like FTMO before because they didn't charge commission. So like you could take a bunch of trades and you wouldn't get eaten up by the commissions. With Apex or a lot of these futures brokers, you have to pay the full commission. So you're kind of getting screwed if you take too many trades. So, all right, we're looking for price again to continue up. It looks like price is back into this range. And the thing with commissions, guys, is that some brokers, they charge them one way. Some of them charge them both ways, like round trip. I don't know how Ninja Trader does it, but I think they do round trip. All right, so we have a possible V1 variation pattern setting up right here. If this is the case, we'll probably look for this to continue climbing up higher or not. V1 there just got invalidated. So it looks like we're just in a range again. So we're in a range right here down below. And we're back in the range up here above. So price was ranging right here below between 700 and 650. And then now we're here between 700 and 750. We got news over here at 7:30. It's low impact news. I believe it's gas stock change. Or I take that back. Actually, today's Tuesday. It's not Wednesday. Gas stock changes tomorrow. Later at 7:30, we have Dallas Fed Services revenue and Fed Services Index. Low impact news, but it's still news nonetheless. So it should still be able to, or we should still follow it accordingly. All right. So we got price coming back down. That's completely fine. I guess price is not going to pull up to open. Again, we might be looking for some sells here. The only problem here again, guys, is that the volatility is so freaking low. Volatility is so low right here. Okay, so I'll look for this to come back down from where it's currently at. If this thing turns back red, I'll probably take this for a sell. There we go. Again, my entry sucked. I was trying to get in like closer to up here, but I got in like way down here. Fuck, I'm probably gonna get stopped out on this one.
Order submitted.
So I'm still in it right here, but again, my entry just was super high up. It's way too high. So the volatility is kind of low. I'm expecting price to maybe come down a little bit, but again, I'm gonna follow it through right here. So I'm gonna let it kind of follow through right here. And this volatility is just too low. So letting it come down. I need this candle to come down red. If it comes down red, then I'm expecting it to maybe drop down a little further. But because the volatility is so low, it's like hard to tell where price is actually looking to go. It's kind of just sitting right here. I was hoping it'd pull back down to this lower level right here. Or not the lower level, but the lower range down here. It's where it was ranging before. All right, I got stopped out. It's all good. I'm gonna eat that loss. All right, I think I'm done trading for the day, guys. I'm trading on tilt now. I'm over trading, revenge trading. Not really revenge trading, but I am over trading for sure. So I'm back at break even for the week overall because I keep getting eaten up in these fees. That's all good. It's just one of those days. This is probably gonna come back down, but the volatility is pretty low right now. So I lost one full trade right there. I'm currently at, I mean, I'm basically at break even. I'm at 0.5 win because of the partials from earlier today. So for the day, I'm at break even. Overall, I got eaten up with commissions and fees. So I basically threw away my profits because the commissions and fees just ate into my account. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to fuck, I don't even know how I'm going to do this. I'm like, there's so many entries here that we took today. So let me just count this real quick. Let me just try to, I'm gonna put a timestamp so I know where the entries happen. So the first entry happened over here. This was for the win. This happened at 6:31. I gotta find a way to keep track of these entries. The second entry over here happened again as well. It was at 6:32. This over here was a partial. It was at 6:36. I mean, you guys can see a lot of the good entries happen early in the morning. So I think I might just cut off at 7 o'clock because after 7 o'clock, the volatility just gets too low and I start to trade on tilt. If you guys don't know what trading on tilt is, it's kind of just like over trading. You're kind of just trading off emotion for the most part. The loss happened right here at 6:36, 6:38. This one over here was a win, 6:47. And there's so many entries here. The entries are, okay, this one was a loss right next to it, 6:49. This was a win right here, 7:05. And the loss right here, of course, was at 7:26. So the good thing with this is that I'm taking them with smaller contract sizes, so I'm not really risking too much. I'm able to take like, X amount of trades. I might have to just cut myself off. I think I'm taking way too many trades, guys. Like today I've never taken this many trades in like years. I don't remember the last time I took more than like 3 trades per session or even 4 trades. I took a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I took 8 trades today. That's a lot of trades. And I'm starting to see it because it ate into my profits for the week because I just paid so much in commissions. So yeah, I need to cut it back. Maybe to like maybe 5 trades max, maybe even 3 trades max, for wins and for losses. Because yeah, this thing is like the commissions are crazy. I've never traded this much with Apex or with like a futures broker. So I never really saw how much commissions I was paying. I paid almost $1,000 in commissions today in just one account. That's just one account. So that's crazy. You're paying it like I paid the premium. Like I should be at break even right now, but I paid 1,000 in commission, so I kind of just threw away a lot of the profits from yesterday because I had to pay for that, and then my net profit for the week was was like 800 per account. So now I'm like back to like slightly red, like $100 in the red. So I'm just gonna be smarter about it tomorrow. This is the first time we've really traded like this in a long time. So now that I understand that the commissions are so high, uh, maybe pull back on the entry numbers. But yeah, guys, if there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll keep looking for opportunities here, but again, like the price here is not really moving very directional, so I don't think it's a good time to really take these entries. I think we're going to keep our entries probably between 6:30 and 7 because that's typically where the entries happen and the volatility is. Otherwise, you might just get trapped in the sideways movement here. Also, today is Trap Tuesday. I just remembered, and that's pretty much where I got caught in. I got caught in a lot of the traps here because you guys can see how the fake outs happen below this point. We were trying to catch it down to this liquidity, but yeah, the volatility here just wasn't there. It came down and then eventually just swung back up. And then again, right here, faked out up here. And then it pulled back down. Yep, typical Trap Tuesday. Well, I'll take today as a break-even day. It's fine. At least I didn't take like a bunch of losses, right? The only loss that I took today was really based off the commissions and fees because I didn't make any profit overall for the day, but I did have to pay the commissions and fees. So yeah, it is what it is. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start taking screenshots of the entries from today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hop into the chat and ask whatever you guys need. I'll look into the chat in a few, guys. I just want to make sure I get all these entries lined up so that I don't forget them because there were a lot of entries that were taken today. Okay, so the first entry was over here. I'll mark this up. First entry was right here. And I don't know what's up with my mouse. My mouse is super laggy today. I hope I don't have to buy another one. This is like the fourth MX mouse that I bought. It's a really good mouse, but I feel like it loses its life within like a year or two. Fourth one I got since started using them. All right, so let me pull up the Discord real quick. So here are the team profits so far. We have Max over here with a total profit of, let's see, 420 per account. He has one account here with 1,000 profit. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8 accounts here, so well over 6,000 for the day. Nice work right there, Max. We have Cam here, total profit of 2,000 per account. He has 4 accounts here, so 2, 4, 6, 8, well over 8,000 for the day. Nice work, Cam. We got Natasha here. She took a couple losses. She dug herself out of that hole a little bit. She's at -3, so that's not too bad. And we have Amal over here with a bit of a mixed profit. So he has profit of 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, one loss of 435. So he's up about 100 for the day. Looks like you got caught with those fees as well, Amal. Man, those fees are crazy. I didn't expect the fees to be that high, but I mean, it is what it is. Because usually we're only taking like 1 or 2 trades a day, so the fees don't really eat up into it too much. But because I took so many trades, yeah, I messed it up. So here is, let's see. That was market flow entry right there. For the partials, I'm just gonna count them as 10. I mean as 5, because it's hard to to really time exactly what it was. So this one happened at 6:31. CP for 5. This was 6:32. The next partial happened up here for a buy. And so much work having to this partial was at 636. Actually, no, I take this back. This was a win. Here, I'll just copy this real quick. $636. All right, the next one was 638. Let's go back to price real quick. Nothing's happening, guys. You're not really missing out on anything. Don't worry. All right, so the partial loss happened right here. $647. Took the sell down here. This one over here was full win. Next one was 649. This was a loss. Another thing too that kept getting us caught was like the slippage. So I might start setting pending orders instead of these the market orders. Because I keep getting freaking screwed when I enter those positions. So I might just start setting pending orders for that. Just limit orders at the levels right or the price that I'm trying to get in at. That was one thing that kept screwing me today too. All right, so this one over here was a loss. Yeah, I mean, it's all a learning process, guys. Like, there's only one way for us to figure out all these things. So things I got to look out for tomorrow are slippage, I guess too many trades, and and I guess staying out of this range, like when the volatility is too low. Because one thing that kind of screwed us today too. So 705. This was a sell for a win. A lot of these entries too, they went for a while. And I'll just put the total down here too when we get to that point. Yeah, it's just my mouse. I thought it was my computer, but it's my mouse. All right, and the last loss over here, of course, 726. I mean, this thing really just lost because of the entry. All right, so get this up over here. Man, what's so many trades? $7.26. All right, so let me just. Or I'll just do it later. You guys can see all the trades here. So if you guys want to review the trades from today, there were a lot of trades today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so if you guys want to review the trades, just go over here to the official profits tab. I pretty much documented all the trades that we took for today. There was a lot of trades. So if you guys want to go back and look at that. For today's total, we're technically at 0.5 wins because we had the 2 partials from earlier today. We had 2 partial wins and then 1 partial loss. So that kind of pushes it to just 1 partial win. We're technically at break even, but my profits for the day are not looking good because of the commissions and fees. But it's all good. So let me check the chat over here real quick, guys. If there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to hop into the chat. Otherwise, we will wrap this up from here. Let's see, visual say commission is 1 point, so your profit 1 extra point. Yeah. Well, I took okay, so how many trades did I take today? So since it's 1 point, I took 8 trades times 8 times 5. That doesn't sound right. Well, I think so. For one of my accounts, my commissions was around, or actually, no, I take that back. It's got to be both ways. So 8 times 8 times 5 times 2. So I paid about like 600 to 1,000 in commissions today, based on like the accounts that I traded. If that's the number, visual, which is a lot, right? That's a lot in commissions. Yeah, because yesterday I made about like 800 in profit for the week, and then now I'm at like break even. I'm at negative 120. So that minus 820. Yeah, I paid about yeah, that sounds about right. So that plus like some of the trades were partial, not all of them were full wins. So like that also ate into my profits as well. Some of them were break even. So it sounds about right. But you guys can see there goes the math for the commissions there. So if you're taking 20 contracts, right? 20 contracts times 8 entries times 5, you're gonna pay 800 in commissions. It's a lot. But now we know. So now we know. All right, so price is pushing back down further right here, guys. Again, the target price point that it's trying to reach is going to be the sessions down here. And I mean, the volatility is still kind of flat. It looks like it was picking up right here, but then now it's kind of flat. So if it does push down lower, this is probably where price is going to push down to, or where I expect it to push down to. That's where we were trying to aim for earlier this morning, but because of the low volatility, it kind of just went flat for a bit. So if you guys are still looking to take entries here, the target price point is going to be down here. because we have liquidity sitting right there. And on top of that, we have the session. So we got the session high low or the session low for New York and for London down here. So if it climbs down lower, this is where we tried to push down to earlier, but then it ended up retracing up super hard. And now it's coming back down to finish the job. Let's see, Kenny said buy the Logitech M720. Let me take a look at that. I think I want to buy a wired mouse because I got the MX. Gotcha. Okay, I'll take a look at that one. I have like their highest one actually right now. I have the MXS, and it works good, but then I always have it like now I'm starting to have issues, which is kind of annoying because it happens like when I'm trading. Yeah, MX Master 3S, that's what I have. Yeah, my mouse is like $100. It's a good mouse until it stops working so well. Maybe I just have to charge it. That might be the issue. Maybe I'm the problem. So I'll try to charge it today. If I have issues, I'm probably gonna go buy another mouse today because I can't trade like this. With me going between screens and analyzing and messing up with my markups here. Kenny's asking, so you're not focusing on one good trade anymore? No. So I'm focusing on just volatility. Yeah, basically it's like an NPS, but it's mainly off price action. So I look for the bias direction just like we do for the NPS, and then I look for entries. And then for the NPS, that's typically once per momentum. For this one, it's not once per momentum. I kind of just take them as is, as they continue dropping. So yeah, I mean, in comparison, so the entries here are kind of similar to NPS and levels. Those are the two ones that are probably closest to it. I'm using also different confluences here to identify, direction of price, reversals, etc. So if I see like a double body rejection or double wick rejection, I'm not taking that as a V1 variation, but I'm taking that as a signal or identification that, that's the reversal that's probably going to happen. And then I'll look for entries to happen right after it. And of course, I'll use momentum to look for trades in that direction. I'll use divergence to look at direction of price, etc. So that's it. It's a little bit of everything. So it's not just one strategy or one confluence or one identification for entry. There's like so many different things. It's basically using everything that I've used over the past years all in one. So I look at all the confluences, I look at all the tools, I look at all the rejections, all the reversals, and then I look for my entries in between. What we've been calling it is just market flow. So we're just going with the market flow. We're just riding the wave. So for example, price is bearish right here. I'm looking for the wave to swing up, come back down, swing up, come back down, swing up, come back down, etc. So yeah, if you want to compare it to an NPS, it's basically an NPS, but it's a lot faster because we're not looking for candles to close. Pretty much all the entries here, I took them mid-candle as long as I saw that price action, and then I rolled them in the direction that I expected them to go. So, all right, other than that, let me see if there's any other questions here in the actual chat. Yeah, so Sadie said low ATR, watch out for the NPS, very low ATR. Yeah, the ATR is back down to 15, if not lower, guys. So I'd probably sit tight. It's not really worth the risk right now. Again, I think, yeah, our cutoff might be around 7 o'clock, guys, because I think yesterday was pretty solid. We had a pretty good day. We only took 3 trades, we had 3 back-to-back wins, and we just wrapped it up at 7 o'clock, right? The problem with this here is that I kept trying to trade after 7 o'clock, and I got caught in a lot of the sideways movement. So I think our cutoff will probably be around 7 o'clock because it looks like it's the same situation here. Price pushed between 6:30 and 7. You guys can see the nice volatility right here. This is where a lot of our entries happen. And then at 7 o'clock, it just died down. I should have just wrapped it up from here. But because I was trading on tilt, I just kept going. So lesson learned, probably stop trading at 7 o'clock. Look for those entries prior to 7 and then take it as is. So, all right, let me look at the chat here and see if I missed anything else. PC is asking, I'm attending a live after weeks. So there's no real explanation for the market flow. You have to go back and rewatch the live session from yesterday, PC, because I'm I'm not teaching this to I'm not teaching this to anybody. This is you guys can watch me trade. It's too hard to teach to a beginner. Like it's not something where I can teach you the requirements. We're looking for just pretty much straight price action. We're using all the tools here to identify direction of price. We're using the pivots here to identify, if we're looking for sells or if we're looking for buys. We're using the trend mirror down below to confirm that trend. We're using the divergence down here to identify momentum. Using the momentum as well to confirm the direction of our entries. We're using the high lows here to identify liquidity and then also identify reversal patterns. There's just too much, it's not a beginner way of trading. So I can't teach this to you. You have to watch me do it and you have to understand where the entries come from because it's so fast paced that you don't, I can't tell you to look for, these entries here, you can't replay these entries because it's already happened, right? We took these entries mid-candle. So I can't tell you, oh, because this candle closed up and then it came down. You can't see that because it's already done, right? So what I'd recommend is if you guys want to review what I'm doing here, review the live session from yesterday. I think yesterday was a really good session where I explained it in detail. Today was a little more fast-paced and I took a lot more entries, so it's a little harder to follow along for today. But if you watch yesterday's live session, I went a little bit slower and we only took 3 trades. So you can kind of just focus on those 3 times where the entries happened. And the entries happened before 7 o'clock. So PC, if you want to go and look, just look over here at the official profits from yesterday. And I have the timestamps right there. So it says the time for when the entry came up. You can just fast forward to that time. They all happen around the same time too. So between 6:34 and 6:49. And I explained them pretty much in detail right there, how these entries are taken. But I think today it was a lot more messier compared to yesterday. So it's going to be harder to follow along with this session versus yesterday's. But yeah, there's no specific entry. There's no specific criteria. There's no requirements to follow. It's kind of just following the price market flow. And then when you see price action, you see the price action coming back down, that's where we take the entry. Here, let's see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. CJ is asking, are we going to have a mentoring session this month? That's a good question. So yeah, now that we're trading a little differently, I do want to have some mentoring sessions so that we can kind of cover this stuff with you guys, more in detail. So let me check the calendar real quick. I can't do it today. We can probably do it later this week. So let's do the mentoring session on, let's say Friday. If you guys want to have the mentoring session on Friday, let me know. If it doesn't work for you, just also let me know and I'll switch it to a different day. But I'm just trying to keep it to a day that I think a lot of people can attend. So if you guys can attend or can't attend this Friday, and if you want to attend it, just let me know. We'll have our mentoring session this Friday. I know we haven't had a mentoring session in, a long time now. It's been a couple weeks, if not a couple months. And yeah, I think this will be helpful because it'll help me kind of review the charts as well. Because I like reviewing the charts, kind of replaying the charts to see where I would have taken entries. And it'll help you guys understand as well. So yeah, just let me know, guys, if that works or doesn't work for you. If you want to attend and it doesn't work for you, just let me know. I'll switch the day. Yeah, it'll be at 2 p.m. CJ. If that works for you, CJ. You're asking for it. So if you want me to change it, we could work around your schedule because you're the one that's asking for it. So I'll make it available for you. But all right, guys. So if there's any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, we will wrap this up for the day. Okay, perfect. So it works out for CJ. Awesome. Let's see. Kenny's asking, are you considering where the highs and lows are relevant to your entries with regards to price action? No, not at all, Kenny. So I'm trading with the market flow. So for example, I'm using the high lows to identify the reversals. So for example, over here, right, price came up. I saw the high right here. I saw some price action coming down. I was like, okay, this is going to be a reversal to the downside. So I started looking for entries right here. See where all the, I'll zoom in a little bit. So you can kind of see here where the arrows are, right? This is where I started to take my entries. So I take my entries in between the flow of price. So I don't take it at the high points. I don't take it at the low points. I'm not looking for reversals. I'm just using these reversals as confluences for the reversal. And then I look for the entries in between. So for example, here, this is where our early entries came because price was bearish on open. So I was looking for the sells right here. I didn't trade based off this because, you know, if I was trading off this, I would have been taking buys. But since I saw the lower low right here, I just, well, I didn't even see the lower low. I just saw price coming down and I look at price structure. So basically I'm trading, the way that I'm trading now is I'm trading from levels to levels or zones to zones, basically. So I'm basically trading to liquidity, or I'm trading to the levels, or I'm trading to the sessions. So for example, right here, I started taking sells right here because I was trading to the next level down here. You can see that's where all these sells came from, right? I was trying to catch this as it came down lower. And then same with this right here. I was taking buys right here because I was riding this to this level up here, right? And then I was taking some buys right here because I was riding this, trying to ride this back to opening price, but price never got that high. So I don't trade off the high lows. I use the high lows as confluences, just to identify, you know, where reversals may happen. So for example, here, if I was looking for a buy and I saw a double top or a double body, I would maybe pull out of that position early because it would go against my confluence or my analysis for price to reach this next level. So it's basically level to level trading or zone to zone trading, whatever you want to call it. And my zones and levels will come in the form of liquidity. So for example, down here, see how price is coming down lower? My target price point is still right here. It hasn't reached this blue line. This is liquidity right here. So I'm expecting price to come down and touch liquidity right here. And then when it touches liquidity, I'm expecting a price to come down and hit, man, this mouse is annoying me. It's so slow. But yeah, I'm anticipating it to hit liquidity there and test the sessions right here because we have the London low and the New York low right here. So it's I try to keep it as simple as possible, which is basically just trading zone to zone. But my entries are what make it a little complicated because you're not really taking any specifics. You're not looking for closure. This kind of goes against what I've been teaching a lot of people. Well, not really a lot of people. This goes against what I'm teaching beginners because for beginners, I've been telling you guys not to chase price. Wait for the candles to close and look for confirmations, right? That kind of goes out of the window once you're an advanced trader. Like for me, I don't really need to wait for those things because I don't need those confirmations. I can just look at the chart and I can identify where price is likely to go. Like for example, I told you guys price is probably going to come down to here, right? And look where price is going. Like that wasn't a guess. I knew price was going to go there because that's where liquidity is sitting. What happened there? It did exactly that. So as you guys become more and more of an advanced trader, you don't really have to follow the strategies as I taught them. You can use those strategies as a confluence. That's kind of what we use here. I'm not following the strategies as baseline. I'm using them as a confluence. Then I'm using my own discretion to take entries to where I think price is going to go. So I knew price was going to come down to this point. Wait, what are you talking about, Kenny? Kenny said, so this is bearish, right? How is this against the trend? Liquidity is right here. Price is bearish. Why would I go against the trend? The trend was shifting right here, Kenny. That's why price was shifting back up to go back to open. I don't know. Just watch a replay, Kenny. The trend, we're always going against the trend. We have a bias niche. I'm not just trading random trades. I'm trading with the trend. So like, for example, over here, the trend was bearish. That's the whole reason why I took the sell right here, right? Why did I take the sell here? Because it was bearish. Why did I take the buy over here? Because it was bullish. I'm not going against the trend. The trend's like the first thing. So like that's the number one thing that I'm looking at. I'm always looking at the trend. I'm not a counter trend trader. I always trade with the trend. But the targets are going to be outside of the trend. Like you can catch when trend shifts, right? Like the trend was shifting right here. That's why we were looking up in this area, but it never came up to this point. That's why we only took one trade there and we closed out for a partial because the trend wasn't confirmed. So yeah, no, I'm going with the trend, Kenny. I'm always going with the trend. but you can kind of predict where price is going. Like for example, here, I wasn't predicting price was gonna go opposite. We're going to the downside. Yeah, no problem, Kenny. I know. Well, I mean, you haven't really been following along with the indicator, so it's a little harder for you. But yeah, we're still trend trading. Um, so to make things as simple as possible, we're just following the trend. That's really what we're doing. So like price kind of goes down, we look for the retracement, we look for the continuation, and it keeps following through. But it's not going to be super easy to follow unless you have all the tools here. Because if you're looking at this from a naked chart, so let's just pull up a naked chart over here. So this is basically what a naked chart would look like. I mean, you're probably not using a naked chart, Kenny, but if you were to use a naked chart like this, yeah, it'd be a lot harder to identify that. But because we have all the tools here, I'm using all the tools here to identify the direction. So like, for example, we have a bearish trend here. We have the bearish, there's a bunch of confluences, right? So we have the pivots, which will identify the trend. We have the trend meter down below that's identifying the trend. We have divergence down here, which is identifying momentum. We have the momentum signal. And once we have the trend confirmed, so you can see all the cells we took right here, right? So we took all the cells right here. I'm using the pivots as rejection points. So like, for example, price came up, rejected off the pivot, came back down. I took the sell there. Price came back up right here, gave me price action for a sell. I took the other sell right here. Price came back right here, rejected off the pivot, gave me price action for a sell. I took the sell right there. Unfortunately, I got caught in the spike. That's where I took my loss. And it ended up coming right back down after. So I'm basically trading zone to zone with the trend, but my entries aren't based off those points. It's based off, I'm just taking the flow. Like I'm catching the market flow. If I see price action, that price is going to come down, I take the sell. And the thing is, price action is such a generic term, so I can't really tell you exactly what I'm looking for unless you've seen it happen live. Because I can't show you in the past. Like for example, here, I can't show you what these candles were moving like at the time. You have to look at the exact time of the candle movement. I mean, unless I drop down to like the 5 second candle, the 1 second candle, maybe I can show you what I was looking for. But then again, that'd be just way too much to drop down to. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. It's 8:05. I'm actually on longer than I anticipated, but I'm glad I answered all your guys' questions. So on Friday, we will have the mentoring session at 2 p.m., guys. I'll give you guys a reminder in the chat so that you guys can follow along and join in on it. Otherwise, we'll be back here tomorrow, same place, same time. I'm going to try to limit my trades. Today, I just went a little too crazy. I took 8 trades today, which I don't even remember the last time I took that many trades. I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum. So a minimum between 3 and 5 trades for the day. If I take 3 losses, that's my cutoff. So today I didn't have 3 losses. I just had a break-even day, but I ended up eating up all the commissions because I took so many trades. But yeah, so I've minimized my contract size to 8 contracts so that I can take 3 back-to-back losses. So for example, if I was to take 3 back-to-back losses today, and I'll just show you real quick, the math behind it, 8 times 5 times 15. That's how much I'm making or losing per trade because I'm trading 1-to-1, right? So I'm making about 600 per trade times 3. For the day, this is how much I'm willing to lose. I'm willing to lose 1,800 per day. That's if I have 3 back-to-back losses. You guys can see my risk isn't very high. It's actually pretty low. Today I was at break even, so I ended up at 0, but then I paid like 800 in commission. So I ended up eating into my profits from yesterday. So, all right, guys, we will, yeah, exactly. You're right. So now you're exactly on point, Kenny. So Kenny said, it sounds like you're trying to catch the rally in the direction of the trend. That's exactly what I'm doing. So we're catching the rally in the direction of trend to certain price levels or price structure. That's a more concise way of saying how we're trading here. So we're basically riding the wave, catching the rallies in the direction of the trend to price structure. Yeah. All right, guys. So I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, we'll be back here tomorrow. I think a lot of this stuff is better taught live. It's hard to teach you guys this stuff when the market's not moving because you can't see how the candles are actually going back and forth. but we'll try to pull up some good examples on Friday. I have some good examples that I can show you, and you can kind of see how the candles move if you go into replay mode. And I'll show you guys how to do that as well. So, all right, guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session.